All right. Man, it's early. Good morning, everyone. Today is the 26th of June, 2020. I have to look at my watch because I can't even believe it. A couple of reasons to come on this morning. The first is to show you I'm really not sunburned, that it really was my OBS. Uh, yeah, I'm just going to have to stop trying to do green screens, I guess. That camera just isn't capable of it. Or upgrade the camera, I suppose, is the other option. Anyway, thank you all for going along with me on that and putting up with that really really nasty picture. Hope I didn't give anybody any nightmares. You could probably do a screenshot of that and put it in your next horror movie. Whatever it is you want to make, it might work out pretty well. Again, good morning as you come in. Really, the real reason why I'm coming on this morning is because uh, on Twitter yesterday, I didn't see it first. Colonel Joe did, and he tweeted it out. And I saw it, and it's exactly what we've been saying. Uh, what it is a short article by Unconstrained Analytics. That's Steve Coughlin's and Richard Higgins are part of that organization. I've talked about them before. And this article, which is in the description box below with the link, I want you to go look at it because it's that important. It's showing that this is not over by any means. They've got the rocking back and forth between the Wuhan nonsense, locking us down, masks, all of the things that they're doing on that. And then they're hitting us with these things with the Black Lives Matter and Antifa and the whole uproot of our history. Uh, no country's perfect. No country's perfect. But as Thomas Jefferson said in the Declaration of Independence, you don't uproot and go against a government without having something really good to replace it with, and not without real cause. Uh, so, if anyone, and I mentioned this some time ago, if any white guy in particular, has a reason to want to overthrow the United States government, it would be me. And I've explained that information in the past. And even I wouldn't go along with that because I know that the principles upon which we're built are solid and good. It's the men that have been placed in those positions that have caused, who have violated their oaths and have done immoral, illegal, and unconstitutional things, and have wrought so much havoc in the world because of our industrial power at the time, and now other things. So even in my situation, I would not go for that. I'd certainly go for throwing the FBI out, revamping the Department of Defense, the Department of State, Department of well, all of them really. I mean, I can't think of one that I wouldn't, because the federal government's taking too much power that it didn't really have in the Constitution. You all know that. But I just want to point out that even I'm not for overthrowing the government, okay? Not overthrowing the Constitution, not overthrowing the Declaration of Independence, not throwing down the history and pretending like it didn't happen. Their excuse to take down all of these statues is because they were for slavery and all that, which isn't the case in a lot of them. Certainly not Teddy Roosevelt. That's supposed to be colonialism. Anyway, the point is, you. That's right. You can bring it over. I appreciate it. You tear down the history of a country and you forget. Then you make the same mistakes over again. So the fact of the matter is, you don't destroy your history, even the ugly history. You don't. Those are lessons to be learned. So anyway, with that being said, these forces are at work and they are destroying us. They've had 3 decades head start on us because we didn't want to admit that this could happen, and it is. And as the article below will explain, these groups, these Maoist insurrectionists, aided by all sorts of different people. Spiro, I think is his name, did a great job on showing who he's on Twitter. I think he has a YouTube channel too. He does, actually. I just don't remember the name of it right now. Showed where all of the finances are coming into Black Lives Matter. I might put that up. I might make another post on the community board and give you that link so that you can listen to his explanation to show you where this money's coming from and who's doing it. But it's gone past that now. We're seeing that Islamic assets are now coming in. Black Lives Matter is also using Hispanic people to help them push this. It's no longer just the blacks are using things, and there's a lot of reason for that. I mean, injustice by the law enforcement agencies and the different court systems and district attorneys and all this. It's been a corrupt system for a long time. I'm not saying it's all bad, but I've seen it firsthand, and I know do need to be changes. But the federal government or the UN fixing them isn't the way to do it. So that's a way to take over our country. So at any rate, I'll do that. I'll put up Spiros' thing too to show you where black. I'll put it here. As a matter of fact, I'll put it in the link if I can do it. I might not be able to do it for a while, but I'll try to get to it. Okay. Or maybe, like I said, I'll just put it on the community post. That would be the easiest thing. Because once I shut down the live stream, trying to edit on my phone is nearly impossible. Matter of fact, I don't know how to do it. So anyway, yes, please read that article. It's very short. It'll show you that this thing is amping up, and I wish Trump would just take the bull by the horns and do the right thing, but he just isn't. I'm sorry, he isn't. So as I've said, we've got to be aware of these things on our own. Okay. All right. The cops will arrest you if you are white. Yeah, I know. And now in Oregon, you have if only the white people wear masks. I mean, this whole thing is just getting out of hand. If it wasn't so serious, it'd be comical, right? Yeah, that's the truth. Okay, they're bringing my breakfast, so I'm going to go. Don't want to eat with my mouth full like I did that one time when I was in a rush. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. You see, let me get this out here a little better. See, I really don't have a sunburn. It really was the OBS. Okay. Maybe I won't use green screens anymore as much as I like changing up the background, at least not one that won't adjust. Okay, I'll put it that way. All right. Let's see here. Nah, duck brain, you are duck brain if you think that. Duck brain. Trump's going to take your guns, duck brain. Do you realize that? Do you know that's coming, right? So I'd suggest you reevaluate your condition. Thank you very much. Your position. And he's going to do amnesty. Kushner's working on it right now. As a matter of fact, the plans are already drawn up. The bill is already drawn up. They're just not going to submit it until after the election if Trump wins. And if Trump doesn't win, it's going to happen anyway. So you're the duck brain. I think you called yourself a real good name. Out here,